Robbie Robertson is a Canadian musician who's written and performed many popular songs. His career began in the 1960s when he was a part of the band, and continues to this day. One of his most successful songs is The Weight, a folk rock anthem originally released in 1968. It was re-released in 1975 and became a hit in the US. Another well-known song by Robertson is Somewhere Down the Crazy River. It appeared on his debut solo album in 1987 and was successful in both the US and Canada. The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down was written by Robertson and recorded by the band in 1969. It became popular and was covered by numerous artists. Broken Arrow was released in 1983 and was another major hit for Robertson. It was the lead single from his solo album and featured artwork by his brother. Several of his songs also appeared in movies. Book Faded Brown was featured in The Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag, and Testimony appeared in The King of Comedy. One of Robertson's most famous songs is Acadian Driftwood, a song about the forced deportation of the Acadians in 1755. It was released in 1976. Robbie Robertson's music has also been featured in movies such as The Big Chill and Platoon, the latter of which allowed him to receive an Oscar nomination for Best Song. More recently, he wrote Make a Better World, which appeared on his 2012 album How to Become Clairvoyant. It became a hit in the UK and Europe. Weeping Rocket is another popular song written by Robertson, which appeared on his 1993 album Storyville. It featured Levon Helm on drums and a high-pitched vocal. Fallen Angel was released in 1986 and became a minor hit. It featured a unique sound, combining elements of country and folk with classic rock. Robertson also wrote the famous song Twilight, which appeared on his 1988 album Robbie Robertson. It was later covered by Willie Nelson. Shine Your Light was released in 1997 and is one of Robertson's most uplifting and energetic songs. It was featured in the movie Mystery, Alaska. Genetic Walk was released in 1987 and is often considered to be one of his most experimental and progressive songs. It featured on his first solo album. Soapbox Preacher was released in 2000 and marked the return of Robertson to traditional folk rock. It featured acoustic guitar and bluesy electric guitar solos. Robertson also wrote the instrumental song The Hiawatha Express, which appeared on his 1991 album Lullaby and the Ceaseless Roar. Showdown at Big Sky was featured on his 1988 solo album, and combined elements of rock, blues, and reggae. It featured a choir singing backup vocals. I Hear You Paint Houses was released in 2002 and is one of Robertson's more reflective songs. It featured on his album Contact from the Underworld. American Roulette was written by Robertson and released in 1983. It featured a bluesy guitar solo and is often regarded as one of Robertson's best ever songs. Somewhere Down in the Night was released in 1993 and is often considered to be one of Robertson's most underrated songs. It featured a subtle harmonica solo. Haunted House Blues was released in 1967 and featured on the band's debut album. It is a blues-inspired track, featuring Robertson on electric guitar. Burnin' Live was released in 1999 and is another example of Robertson's blues-inspired rock. It featured on his 2000 album Live in a Native Country. Wild Like a Stray Cat was released in 1983 and is considered to be one of Robertson's most energetic and upbeat songs. It featured a percussive drum beat and slide guitar. Another well-known song by Robertson is Remembrance Day, which was released in 1988 and featured on his solo album of the same name. American Sunset was released in 1997 and featured on his album Robbie Robertson and the Red Road Ensemble. It is a moody ballad featuring sparse instrumentation.